the 60s, natural kind of beauty. So surgeries can't get this kind of look from anything else but God. Everybody knows it too. You got that 60s kind of vibe to you, and it's hard to beat. Ain't gonna find it here in this century. Other people try, but they can't compete. You got that kind of class, ain't nobody teach. I wanna hold you now till infinity. Look back on the years, count our memories. Other people try, but they can't compete. You got that kind of class, ain't nobody bring.
Girl, you're looking like a past life, a memory, a much sweeter part of the story. Like an old Beach Boys melody.
여기도 엄청 크게 있구나. 아예 테이스팅도 한다.
여기가 거기서 하는 건가 보다.
By my side, we can turn back the time. This decade don't feel right. So if you catch my vibe, just sing it out.
125유로.
You got that 60s kind of vibe to you, and it's hard to beat.
누가 돈 많이 벌어서 와인셀러 좀 안 사주나?
기다려.
언제까지?
나올 때까지.
Ain't nobody teach.
I wanna hold you now till infinity. Look back on the years, count our memories.
Other people try, but they can't compete. You got that kind of class, ain't nobody bring.
difficili anche da capire.
키아키 클라시코 DOCG 리제르가 이거 한 잔 마시고 피아넬로도 한 잔 마셔보자.
이런 거 괜찮아 보인다. 자기 엔초비도 좋아하니까. 마음에 들어 보이나 봐.
딱 맛있어?
이 올리브 향이 좋다.
완전 대박인데? 애기예요, 애기. 보이시나요?
And you? You're with me with the Inaya tour, right? Yes.
Well, I'm from Santa Fe, New Mexico,
Okay.
and I've enjoyed Antinori wines, and I
Barriga. Have you ever tasted one of these one? So it's the last one. And this is the first. If you eat meat, maybe meat to be a as well as have one table for say each, for example. Also,
두오모 성당. 와, 진짜 멋있다.
저는 오렌지 주스를 시켰어요. 미니는 몬테풀치아노의 레드 와인슈.
shot.